皆さんおはようございます。本日は2026年4月20日でございます。本日のニュースをお伝えします。Thank you for joining me today. This is the Easy Japanese News article for April 20th, 2026, and let's get right into our headline. So we have 青森県などで大きい地震がありました。Here is the vocabulary from the headline. We have 青森県 Aomori Prefecture, 大きい large or big, 地震 earthquake. So jumping back into our headline, we have 青森県など. So 青森県 is Aomori Prefecture, 青森 followed by 県, which is how we say prefecture. など is how we say and places like it. So the area around 青森県, we would say 青森県など. De, this tells us our location where something is happening. 大きい is large. It's an E adjective, so it goes directly in front of our noun to modify it or describe it, which is 地震, earthquake, so a large earthquake. が tells us this earthquake is going to do something, and the verb that connects with this が is ありました. Aru, to exist, in the polite past tense form. ありました. So, in Aomori Prefecture and the like, there was a large earthquake. 青森県などで大きい地震がありました。こちらは本文の単語表になります。This is the vocabulary from the main article. 津波 午後 PM or afternoon. 震度 is seismic intensity. Now this is different than the Richter scale. Japan uses the Richter scale, but more often they will use this shindo, which tells basically what's going to happen to a city or the effect it has on people and buildings. So this is slightly different than the Richter scale, but it's called seismic intensity, shindo. Kyo. This kyo, as if you look at the kanji, this means strong. So they'll put this after a number. They said shindo gokyo. That means a strong 5. So among the numbers of shindo, they also have kyo, which is strong, or jaku, which is weak. So like if it's a weak seismic intensity 5, they'll call it a go jaku. If it's a strong, they'll use kyo, but here we only have a kyo. So we have strong 5 or strong 4, etc. 4kyo, 5kyo. We have 気象庁, it's the Japan Meteorological Agency. 警報 is a warning. 注意報 is an advisory. So it's not as crucial as a warning. A warning, there's a lot higher chance of something dangerous or bad happening. 注意報 means they're not sure, but it might just happen. Little less sure. We have 太平洋, which is the Pacific Ocean. 沿岸 is the coast or coastline. 東部, the eastern part or the eastern side of something. 西部, the western side or the west side of something, western part of something. And 日本海, which is the Sea of Japan. Honbun ni hairimasu. Let's get into the main article. Now, because this is a natural disaster, NHK, when a natural disaster occurs, they put all of their resources into reporting on that disaster. So we only have one article today and it does not have audio. So you are going to have to deal with my bad pronunciation, but I will do my best making sure all of these are pronounced correctly so you can study these words correctly. But all right, so here we have our title. We have 青森県などで大きい地震がありました. So we already talked about it. 青森県などで It's going to be in Aomori Prefecture and the regions surrounding it. 大きい地震 a large earthquake が ありました。There was a large earthquake in Aomori Prefecture and surrounding areas. Okay, next we have 地震と津波のニュースです。So, 地震, earthquake と and 津波. It's going to be 津波 no something of them or relating to them. ニュースです。So, news of earthquakes and tsunami. So news about earthquakes and tsunami. Yes, this is news about earthquakes and tsunamis. Our next sentence, 20日午後4時52分頃、青森県で大きい地震がありました。Okay, very similar to our title here, but we have some time. So 20日 is the 20th day, or 今日, so today. 午後 PM, we'll always say PM before the time in Japanese. So 午後 in the PM, 4時 4 o'clock, 52分 be 52, so 4:52 in the afternoon on the 20th. 頃 which is around or about that time. 青森県で大きい地震がありました。Okay, this is exactly the same as our title. So there was a large earthquake in 青森県 and the surrounding prefectures. Okay, in our next sentence we have 青森県で震度5強でした。So 青森県で in or at 青森 prefecture. 震度 the seismic intensity was 5強でした。So 5強 5 strong. So a strong 5でした。And でした is our was. So in Aomori Ken, the seismic intensity was a 5 strong. Okay, our next sentence here we have 気象庁は津波について津波警報と津波注意報を出しました。So 気象庁はSo 気象庁 is going to be our Japan Meteorological Agency. You can just call them the weather guys. は they're our main topic here. 津波について So 津波 is the tsunami or tsunamis. について we can attach this to something to say regarding this or about this. So in relation to or regarding tsunamis, the Japan Meteorological Agency is going to do something. And that is going to be 津波警報. So 津波警報 is a tsunami warning. と and 津波注意報. So 津波注意報. You can see we have tsunami in both of these words, but then we have a 警報 and a 注意報. 警報 is a stronger warning. 注意報 is more like an advisory, not as serious, but both of them are just like watch out, right? And then these two things, the 津波警報 and 津波注意報を出しました。So 出しました this is our verb 出す to put out or to maybe also to announce maybe, but here with warnings I think putting out works. So put out tsunami warnings and tsunami advisories. This dasu is being put in the past tense, polite form. So 出しました. So the Japan Meteorological Agency put out tsunami warnings and tsunami advisories regarding tsunamis. So for our next sentence, we have 津波警報が出たのは岩手県、北海道太平洋沿岸中部、青森県太平洋沿岸です。So we have 津波警報, which is a tsunami warning. が it's going to do something. 出たのは so 出る is for something to come out. And in context, this no here is locations or places. Now, sometimes it's hard to know what this no is taking the place of until we read the whole sentence. But basically this entire section here is describing the type of no here. So in context, we can think of places for which tsunami warnings were given out. So this no can be places. Literally, it's things that the tsunami warning was given out for. but in this case, it's going to be places, wa, and that's our main topic here. So places for which tsunami warnings were given are Iwate ken, Iwate Prefecture, Hokkaido Taiheiyo Engan Chubu. So Hokkaido, we have Hokkaido. Taiheiyo is the Pacific Ocean. Engan is the beach or the coastline. And Chubu is the central. So the central Pacific Ocean coastline of Hokkaido. And Aomori ken, Aomori Prefecture, Taiheiyo Engan desu. Taiheiyo, once again, Pacific Ocean, and Engan, which is the coastline. So the places that for which tsunami warnings were given is Iwate Prefecture, Hokkaido, the Pacific Ocean coastline, particularly the central part of the Pacific Ocean coastline, and Aomori Prefecture, the Pacific Ocean coastline. Okay, and very similar when it comes to grammar is this next sentence. We have 津波注意報が出たのは宮城県、北海道太平洋沿岸東部、北海道太平洋沿岸西部、福島県、青森県日本海沿岸です。So, 津波注意報が出たのは very similar to our grammar up here. The things for which tsunami advisories were given, or the places where tsunami advisories were given, wa, our main topic, Miyagi ken, Miyagi Prefecture, Hokkaido Taiheiyo Engan Tobu. So Hokkaido, Taiheiyo is the Pacific Ocean, Engan is the coastline, Tobu is the eastern part. So the eastern part of the Pacific coastline of Hokkaido. Hokkaido, once again, we're talking about Hokkaido, Taiheiyo Engan Seibu. So Hokkaido, the Pacific coastline. Now we have Seibu, which is the western side of that coastline. Fukushima ken, which is Fukushima Prefecture. And Aomori ken, Nihonkai Engan desu. So Aomori ken, Aomori Prefecture. Nihonkai is the Sea of Japan, so not the Pacific Ocean side, but the other side. Nihonkai, the Sea of Japan, and Engan, the coastline desu. So, the locations for which tsunami advisories were given are Miyagi Prefecture, the eastern Pacific coastline of Hokkaido, the western Pacific coastline of Hokkaido, Fukushima Prefecture, and the Sea of Japan coastline of Aomori Prefecture. So that is it for our article today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are in Japan, I hope you are safe. There were several warnings. It sounds like the tsunamis were not as serious as they thought they could be. But please stay safe, and I will plan on seeing you again. 本当にありがとうございました。